morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the John Ollie Fifth Quarter Show. I'm here today, John Gray, with Coach John Olive, and I guess I want to start this show off by saying one thing. This gentleman sitting next to me, my friend, my mentor, someone who's been working in this community in many, many ways for the last 27 years, won his 200th game last night. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much.
And I don't know all the numbers because I just sort of figured, well, 27 years, and you go, say we play 11 games a year. Sometimes we're in the playoffs. I don't know, might be 12, but I just used 11.
Right.
That comes out to a 68% winning percentage.
Well, it's not quite that high. I'd like to have it that high. But
well,
because I've got a few years before I came to Tullahoma. So,
well, I'm talking about right
anyway,
here.
That's the total careers.
Yeah, right here.
So anyway,
okay.
So anyway, but it's just very blessed.
Well, I wish I could play the stock market and get 68%. Good bet. You're a good bet, young man.
Yeah, but that's a little high. But anyway, it's all right. I'm just grateful to have been able to be at one place for as long as I have.
And guess what? Guess what, folks? This whole deal that we're doing, the John Ollie Fifth Quarter Show, is pretty much the reason why P-Head Productions went into the television business 27 years ago. 3 old football players, and our football team had been in the crapper for quite a while, and this young man shows up, and we went, we need to put him on television. Benny Garrett,
yes.
Jim Fuller, Joe Henry, me.
Exactly right.
You know, and all ex-football players, and now 27 years later, we've been in the television business for 27 years and do numerous shows, but this is the crowning thing right here, and for 200 wins, that means we've had 200 wins too.
Makes Saturday mornings a whole lot easier.
And it makes them a whole lot easier. Last night we played a Lawrence County team that came in, and Lawrence County has not had a great season this season. Somebody said, well, that ought to be easy, and I said, no, Lawrence County's never easy.
No, they play us really well over the years. It's very seldom. 2 years ago, we probably had a lot better team than they did, and I think we won 29-22.
Right.
Scoring late in the fourth quarter twice, if I remember right. And then last year, the game was never in doubt, but boy, it was a miserable game to go through. Even though we won 31-6, it was probably the worst offensive performance of our game. We had 2 punt returns for touchdowns and a kickoff for a touchdown. So 21 points came off special teams.
Right.
And the rest of the time it was
a battle.
Yeah. So anyway.
And we made our mistakes last night.
We did, and if we don't get to where if we don't get it cleaned up, and that's been our point of emphasis going back to our open week, is that we have X number of weeks to become a good team before we see a good team again. Now, I could be wrong. Jobs County may be a good team. Their record's not as good, but they've played a tremendous schedule.
Right.
And they've now won 3 in a row, one of those being Marshall County, somebody who thumped us. So I wasn't really counting them, though. My focal point was, by the time we get to the first round of the playoffs or the second round of the playoffs, when we see another good team like Nolensville, like Marshall County, I think Livingston Academy probably fits in that category.
Right.
That we've got to quit making the same mistakes over and over and over that we've been making. And
a lot of penalties.
Yeah, I mean that's been the thorn in our side. It's really been the thorn in our side for 2 years. So anyway, we changed some things. We're gonna change them some more. We're gonna get it up to the point to where we may be the best conditioned football team, but may be a lousy football team because we may spend all of our time running instead of practicing,
doing up downs.
But if we don't get the discipline about us to cut the penalties, we got to do it, cut them in half every week from here on out. And the turnovers and the mental mistakes on defense, if we don't get that done, then the next time we play a good football team, we'll get beat, just like we have been by the 3 that have beat us so far this year.
All right. Well, what we'll do right now is take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the first quarter of the 2019 Tullahoma Wildcat, Lawrence County Wildcat football game.
Mustang Sally. You better slow that Mustang down at Russell Barnett Ford in Tullahoma on Highway 55, where you can receive up to $4,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Ford in Tullahoma. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
Thank you, Dr. Colin Bills, for once again covering the Wildcats football game. In addition to his sideline presence, Dr. Bills with Tenova Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is offering an injury clinic every Saturday morning from 9 to 12 throughout this fall season for athletes of all ages. Located at Suite 300 of the Jackson Medical Plaza, 1805 North Jackson Street. Whether you've experienced a sprain or more serious injury, you no longer have to wait until Monday to see an orthopedic physician. Thanks again, Tenova Orthopedics, for your support, and go Wildcats.
Terry Stroop here with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We've had a long, hot summer. It's football time here in Tullahoma, and with that comes fall weather. It's a great time for you to schedule your fall maintenance checks so we can help keep you comfortable. Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration would like to congratulate the class of 2020.
It was us. We let the dogs out. Bark in the Park is Saturday, November 2nd from 10 until 2 at Wagner Park. Come out and help support the Tullahoma Animal Shelter's Medical Fund during a day of barking family fun that includes dog contests, grooming, pup paw art, a bounce house, and more. Contact Jeff Wilson at the Tullahoma Animal Shelter to learn more.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Our captains last night, number 76, Harrison Ralston, first-year senior, who has really stuck in there with us, and he's just one of those kids that if he'd have come out earlier, he'd be playing. He tries to do everything he possibly can. He works in the weight room really hard, and he is very, very coachable. Number 81, Brandon Clucky. Senior that works really hard in practice for us, and I wanted to honor those two guys, and then Hunter Jewell and our permanent captain, Hunter Palmer. We win, we defer, choose to kick off, and Justice Chadwick kicks it deep. Will Stone actually runs into him first before a host of Wildcats. I think, if I remember right, Devlin McGee was the guy that actually made the tackle there, but a host of Wildcats on him. Inside the 30, that's what we want to be able to do.
Ooh, just missed it.
Yeah, we took just a wrong angle there. And what turns out to be a 5 or 6 yard loss ends up being a 20-yard gain. And sprint out here and miss the pass. 2nd and 10. They're going to try to run it right up the gut here, and Hunter Jewell's the first one to hit him, and Tyreek Nard and Jacob Floyd. 3rd and long here, and we're going to hit him in the backfield and strip the ball out. And I believe it was Cooper Lawson that comes up with the football, and we've got the ball in great field position. We're going to open up with motioning across here to try to get numbers and run the sweep. And great job blocking on the outside there. And we pick up 12, 13 yards. So it's 1st and 10, and we're going to come back, and again, we're going to attack the outside, this time with a pass to Hunter Palmer. And again, good blocking on the outside there, and Hunter picks up another 1st down. And then we're going to make the first mistake of the night right here. Ben tries to step up, but the ball's not being protected well enough, and so we're going to end up fumbling it, and they're going to recover it.
Yeah, after those first couple of plays, I told Max Gerald, buddy sits with me, he's in the studio this morning, this might get ugly quick, and then all of a sudden I went, uh-oh, it's Lawrence County.
Yeah. And here, great sack by Seth Collum, but it's neglected because they called a blindside hit on one of our linebackers. You're just caught in no man's land because for years you've been, you don't want to give your middle up, and linebackers have been taught to always knock receivers off that are coming across the middle, and that's what he was doing. And so anyway,
that's a good job.
Justin Scott was the first one to make a lick on him, but the others finish it off. And again,
we're in there.
Good speed, good quickness. Garrett Harris and Seth Cullum, our 2 DTs there, making the play. Looked like we had survived the turnover, and then if we don't turn it over again. And you had asked me about the number of fumbles, and I told you 3 because I'd forgot about that right there. And that's number 4.
Yeah.
So we give them the ball right back, and this time they're going to make us pay for it. And, Lawrence County is a team that they were playing for their playoff life last night. If they beat us, they would have had the inside route to getting a playoff slot. And we don't do a real good job there of figuring out secondary containment, and so the quarterback picks up good yardage. And we're battling. Again, we're so close to making licks behind the line, but not good enough. They try a sweep right here, and again, we're just taking the wrong angle. We got to get that angle straightened out to make the play instead of flagging at the play. They're going to go to a play action pass right here, and they'll complete it here to the outside and get a 1st down.
That was a good throw right there.
It was. And so now they go to what I call their box offense, single wing look, and young man gets it down inside the 2.
Dub Cooper would be proud of that.
He probably would. I was hoping that Coach Cooper was going to make it to the game last night. Originally, I'd gotten a phone call saying that he was going to try to make it to the game, and but I don't think he ever did. But
somebody that was there and is always there is Miss Martha Carden, Coach Carden's wife.
Coach Carden's wife.
She's there. She was there last night. She's one of the sweetest ladies in the world, and another one of those wonderful teachers that you have in your life that change things for you. Really, she's a fine lady.
I agree. And so it's 7-0. Most of the first quarter is gone. They're going to kick the ball out of bounds here. We're going to take it at the 35.
What happens if they kick the ball out of bounds at the 40?
We get it
goes
at
to
the
the
40.
40?
Yeah,
okay.
we got the option of taking it where it goes out of bounds or at the 35. That went out of bounds at the 32, so we'll move it up 3 yards. We open up with the sweep again, pick up 7 or 8 yards. And we're going to come back and the ball to Hunter Palmer. And we pick up the 1st down. Good blocking out there, Jake and Hunter Jewell, Jake Hollingsworth.
People don't realize how much grunt work receivers do.
Yes.
They're out there blocking.
They have to do a lot of it there. Hunter Palmer on the speed sweep for about 4. And this time we're going to hand it off to Brian Nims. He's close to staying on his feet and having a one-on-one with that safety. Picks up the first down. And we're going to go right back to Hunter Jewell again. We like the numbers on the outside. We like our matchups. And so as you watch this game, you're going to see that we try to take advantage. Anytime that we got 2 over 2, plus us getting a third person out there to throw to, we're going to do it. We do it quite a bit in the spot.
Well, and plus with the kind of speed Hunter has, and
yeah, the key to it's the matchup up front, though.
Right.
The two receivers that are blocking for him.
Yeah.
Now his speed makes the play work because he outruns. As you'll see, they'll start trying to bring a linebacker with him, and he outruns the linebacker most of the time. But the key to it is that those 2 guys out there, when we're doing it the way we're doing it, starting off, Jake and Hunter are better. They're stronger, more physical than the guys that they're blocking.
Right.
And then we'll come back and do it later on where we're just doing it to a 2 receiver, because again, it's 2 on 2, but one is deep and one is up close, and we're blocking the up close and then trying to make the one that's coming deep to make the tackle, make him miss us.
You know, I want to say something to the Ralston kid, number 76. You know, I visited with his mom and dad, and this is he's a first-year player as a senior. And, you know, they were conveying to me how much he's really enjoyed doing this and been included into the team as a senior and part of it and is contributing. Because one thing Coach Olive I've found out over the years always does is, you know, there's a way that every kid on that team just about can contribute. And every now and then you need a specific thing done, and there's that one kid that can do it and make something happen. And that means team. And that's what's so important about what we do here. It's not individuals, it's a team sport, and we play it as a team sport. And with that said, we'll be right back after this commercial break with the second quarter.
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. We lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game.
The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
La Fiesta Bar and Grill, located at 1410 North Jackson Street at the Quality Inn. The La Fiesta offers the freshest and best presented Mexican dishes in the area. The recently remodeled restaurant offers you all of your favorites, from chips and salsa to chicken, steak, and seafood dishes. There's a fiesta going on every day at La Fiesta Bar and Grill, 1410 North Jackson Street, Tullahoma. Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, we take over here, beginning the second quarter. Ball's at the 15-yard line. And we fake the sweep to Hunter Palmer and hit Jacoby on a quick screen with Caden Bradford going out in front of him. Then we come back and we worked on cutting that sweep up there against them in their goal line stance. And Hunter does that one really well and puts it in the end zone. Now Justice Chadwick with Brody Melton snapping and Ben Fulton holding. And we have tied it up early in the second quarter. Justice Chadwick kicking off for us. And this time they get a little bit of a seam. And Devlin McGee again on the tackle. Another senior. He's a senior and finding ways to contribute. And again, we hadn't figured out yet. They run a shuttle play that really hurt us last year, and so we've got our defensive ends trying to play the shuttle, and but we're not getting our secondary containment, and so we'll finally get it going, but it takes a while. But we are playing tough defense, I'm telling you. The linebackers are going forward and right here. I thought they should have had a penalty. They actually double clutched or double moved the ball in there, and it didn't get called. And here's a weird play. If you watch, the ball's going to come out of this and lay on the ground. See it there on the ground?
Yep.
34 looks down, picks it up, carries it for the first down. Strange things.
I was wondering what happened there. I thought, this guy's stopped back here. He's on the ground, but the ball was out.
Yeah, the ball had come loose. And so anyway.
Max and I were going,
they're
wait
try
a minute, ref.
A handoff with a pass here, halfback pass. And fortunately for us,
he threw it halfway between both of his receivers.
Between both of them. We had one covered, but we didn't have the other one covered. Good hit by Cooper there.
Cooper Lawson is a scrappy young man.
He is.
He is a scrapper.
And they've got a screen on over here, and Jacoby's only get him down before he gets the first. So, if I remember right, this is a fourth down play. And they're going to try to go out and around here. And Jacoby intercepts it. Actually lost a yard on the play because we knocked it down. We get it 1 yard quicker, but it was a good break. Jacoby breaks on the ball better than anybody else we have, and that was a good break on the football. He intercepted one in practice this week about the same way. And just beating the receiver to the ball. Brian Nims on the last carry, and he's carrying the ball again. Picks up the first down. And there's your road grader you were talking about.
Yes, sir.
He road grading on somebody.
Number 70. Watch number 70.
Ian Poe getting after him.
He absolutely carries him downfield.
Good catch and throw there between Q and Ben. Quentin Howard there on the reception, and they were kind of sitting on that route, and I think that's the last time we throw it. Come back here, and we're trying to go deep, and you can't see it, but there was pass interference on Hunter Palmer. It was probably pass interference on Hunter Jewell as well. But
well, one of them got knocked down.
Yeah, that was Jewell that got knocked down. We're trying to hit Jewell there, trying to beat the guy to his inside, and couldn't quite get it there. And get it tossed back outside, though, where we like our numbers.
You know, as you watch, you'll see we playing a little throwback football here in that we have a lot of folks playing both ways.
We do. And
that's pretty much old school. We used to play, just about everybody played both ways.
We got quite a few that rotate in and out nowadays, but I would love to be able to go to two-platoon football, but you got to have a lot of athletes to play competitively at two-platoon.
How many kids do you have total?
On the varsity, we're in the 50s, and freshman teams another 21 or 22, 23.
Yeah. And we'd have 70 back when I played.
Yeah.
Of course, there wasn't anything else for a kid to do.
Right. And I grew up, playing football at Maryville in the 70s, and we normally had 40 to 45 on our team, 10 through 12. And Jacoby Thomas following the blocks there, scores, but they throw a flag on one of those blocks, so we have to line it back up again.
We blinked.
And trying to hit Hunter Palmer there. He's open, but tough pass, hard to get it in there. And so we'll settle for a field goal here, and they actually block it, but it still makes it over the crossbar.
Ugly but good.
Yeah.
They all count.
We're going to have to work on the right side of our PAT field goal. They really came through there several times, so everybody else will see that on video, and we'll get a lot of pressure right now for the next few weeks at least from that right side until we show that it's not porous.
Look at that defense swarming back there.
Good covers there, Landon Fouch. And they draw us off sides, we have got to get where we're not giving up those cheap yards.
Look here. Ooh.
Great shot there.
What a shot.
Jacob Floyd makes him flush, and Brian Nims gets the sack.
Buried him. You could hear that all the way up in the stands. That was some wood laid right there. Here you come again.
Seth Cullum.
There's Seth. Fumble. Look at it.
Fumble recovery made by Landon Fouch. Not sure what my corner's doing up there, but
he's getting a recovery. I want in too, Coach.
Sophomore corner. Devlin McGee, I thought he was on pop out of there, and he gets his foot caught by one guy. And so second down and basically 10. And this time he keeps those feet moving and pulls the guy. Gets us where we got third and short.
Look at him fight.
And we're a little short. Fourth down. We're going for it. And we flinch. And so put the first team back out there, run a screen this time. Way to get out in front and block people.
Yeah.
Pretty good looking play.
That was a very good looking play.
We spike it there, trying to save our timeouts. As the clock is winding down, we're under 20 seconds. Run a reverse here, thinking we might catch them. We don't. They actually play it well, but Hunter does a great job at picking up some yardage there. So now we're down to 1 timeout and 14 seconds. And we're going to fake the ball to Quentin, and Jacoby's going to take it right up the middle. And good job by the offensive line. That was just a good job. We try again. I don't know. We just can't get there. You know, that's all I can say.
Where's your road grader? Is he over there?
He's over there. And, you know, they didn't have but either 5 or 6 people. 2 of them are on their knees. 4 of them are standing there. That's the reason we called it, is because it looked like, let's knock them back into the end zone and put this thing in there. And anyway, I guess we give somebody for something the next 2 opponents to have to practice for.
There you go.
But anyway, we're 0 for 3 on that now. One of them we actually scored on and didn't line up properly, and anyway, then the next 2 been stopped short. So
it's 16-7.
16-7, and I think we've scored 3 out of the 4 times we've had the ball. Defensively, you know, we're playing well. Defensively, the only thing we don't talk about really is not letting that quarterback roll out, and you'll see a change, and make it where it's contested when he sprints out, knowing that they're going to come back and respond with the shuttle, which you'll see in the second half. Once we turn our ends loose, then the shuttle's going to come. I believe it's Quentin Howard that'll make the tackle on the time, but they'll shuttle it both different ways. They'll run an inside reverse shuttle slice, and they'll do a regular shuttle in the second half in response to what we're trying to do. So part of it, that's what you try to do, is try to change some pieces around, and then they counteract, and then you try to counteract again.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to counteract here while in just a minute by taking a big old bite of that donut right there. That's from the Donut Palace. I mean, look at there. That's the prettiest thing, and it tastes good. We thank them for being our sweet sponsor for years and years.
Yes.
And also want to thank Sundrop for Deja Blue, and great folks down there. They've supported Wildcat football in many ways for a long time as well. And
got a Sundrop cake from them this week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Good stuff, huh?
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Coach and I don't try to eat much sweets. I guess Saturday's a breakdown, isn't it, every now and then?
I'm guilty. I can't lie. I'm
you
guilty.
Can't lie.
I'm sweets.
I like them too. But hey, I want to remind you that the Gondola, one of our sponsors, is added a outdoor area out there, John. I don't know if you've been out there since they opened that up.
Not since they opened up that part. I eat out there in the summertime more than I do any other time.
Right.
When you only get 20 minutes or 25 minutes to eat lunch in school, you don't eat out very much.
But that place out there seats about 70 people, and they have big screen TVs out there and fans, and it's just really a nice addition. So go out there if you hadn't been out there, and in this beautiful fall weather, you know, they've got some stuff on the windows or the screen to where there's not wind blowing through and everything. It's just delightful to sit out there and have some of that good gondola food. So we appreciate them and all of our sponsors that have been with us throughout the years. Go into their businesses, spend some money, thank them for being part of the John Olive Fifth Quarter Show and everything we've also done on Channel 6, now Channel 193 on Charter and P-Head Productions, and also we're on Light 2 with a lot of our programming as well. So with that said, we'll take a quick commercial break and be back for another outstanding Tullahoma High School band performance. Attention, attention! Tullahoma and surrounding areas? Spinelli's Pizzeria is now open at 121 Northwest Atlantic Street in downtown Tullahoma. They specialize in Philadelphia-style pizzas,
that you can order by the pie or by the gigantic slice. Spinelli's also has great sandwiches with breads imported from Philly, loaded stromboli, salads, and desserts. They are open from 11 a.m. until 3 a.m. with delivery every day. So stop by Spinelli's and get a slice.
Hey, Tullahoma, stop by McMurray's for all your personal and business needs. Copying and finishing service. That's black and white and color copying, 1 to 1,000. Scan, print, reduce, enlarge up to 36 inches. Brochures, carbonless forms, design services, foam core mounting, fax service, comb and coil binding, lamination up to 40 inches. Wedding services include wedding invitations, wedding programs, and napkins. That's McMurray's, 101 West OG Street, Tullahoma. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. McMurray's.
The choices we make today will impact tomorrow. Choosing natural gas today is the responsible energy choice for your home, your family, and our environment. Almost all natural gas we use is produced right here in North America. And with plentiful gas reserves, we can enjoy a safe and reliable energy future. Natural gas. The comfortable and responsible energy choice for today and tomorrow.
Brought to you by Elk River Public Utility District.
Donuts. Tasty. Donuts. Donuts.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network. If you're looking for fuel, food, or fun, don't forget the Dameron Brothers stores. The Shortstop has fuel, food, and beverages. The Liquor Locker carries all of your favorite brands of wines and spirits. It has party supplies, beverages, and the area's best selection of premium cigars. So for all your party needs, Jeff and Jay say, come on by, and thank you for the support of our businesses. Since 1917, Builder Supply has been the place to go for all your building materials. It's where the contractors have shopped for years. Builder Supply stock Temco shingles, case knives, DeWalt, Stanley, and Makita tools, Peachtree Southern Rose and Sun windows, Quickset locks, General Shell brick, yellow wood, and pass load nail guns and nails. Experienced salespeople are there to help you find the right products for your job. So when you're ready to build, whether large or small, think Builder Supply, 301 South Atlantic Street in Tullahoma. The Gondola, located at 412 East Carroll Street, is Tullahoma's oldest pizza, pasta, and steakhouse, featuring all kinds of pizzas, calzones, pastas, and steaks, chicken, pork, sandwiches, and seafood. Check out their daily specials on Facebook. And don't forget that on Saturdays, there's ribs and smoked Boston butts. Add a great variety of appetizers and desserts, and come on in, y'all. Gondola has it all. For carry-out, call 455-9738. That's the Gondola Steakhouse, located at 412 East Carroll Street in Tullahoma. Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Our choice, so we'll receive the ball, and really thought they'd onside it right there. They've done that to us over the years. Jacoby Thomas on the return, got the ball in great shape, their side of the 50. It's a great job by the return team. And we get a holding call right there. Had a young lineman that really hustled like crazy to get out there and get in front of Jacoby. And anyway, legit call. He was trying to give us great effort, and then we get just weird circumstances here. He gets pulled down, and they flag Jacoby there. And
for getting tackled?
Yeah, well, that's what it looks like to me. So anyway, and then we're trying to throw the eagle, and good job by their defense. Their corner comes up quickly before Hunter could put the foot in the ground. And so second and about 11. And we act like we're throwing the screen this time, and we throw it downfield to Jake Hollingsworth and pick up the first down.
That's big 6'4" going up in the air right there.
Yeah.
I loved it. Those Hollingsworth, I guarantee you, they're all watching right now. Good morning, gentlemen and ladies.
We got to get Jake a little bit more involved in the passing game again. And so he's doing a great job of blocking on the screens. That's the reason he started for us since he was a sophomore, is because he will block. And Brian Nims on the carry there, does a good job of avoiding the first one. And then we're going to try to run it up the middle there out of our Wildcat set, and they rip Jacoby's helmet off, so send Ben back in. Ben makes the great read and walks into the end zone.
Yeah, I was waiting. I told Max, I said, when's the quarterback keeper going to come? There it is.
So that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to take that first drive down the field. We really talked about trying to score the first two times we get our hands on the ball. And defense, keep them out of the end zone. Don't let them eat up a lot of clock, and let's put this game away. And so offense starts off doing their part. Will Stone hits that worm burner down through there, and Brody Melton's the first of a host of Wildcats to make the tackle there at the 25. Good job by the kickoff team. They try to run a sweep out of their eye.
Fumble.
He actually fumbled it, but they missed that one.
Oh, of course it is.
The gentleman on this side wasn't able to, his vision was blocked. So somebody else would have had to seen the ball come out. And you can see that they were rolling, but if you were watching that time, the linebacker was coming to put pressure on the quarterback. And they just execute their play. They do it well. They try to do it the other way, and here comes the other linebacker chasing. Quentin Howard there on the tackle, but they pick up the first down. And Seth's going to start chasing, as well as our defensive end over there. And I think that was Nick White. They're tight, so we know something's up, and they're going to run a shuttle back the opposite direction. You watch the inside slot there, 35, comes back the other way. Jacoby Thomas trips him up, but they pick up good yardage on the play.
And you think with that end out there to turn him in, you're in good shape. But
they got everybody blocking down, plus the movement of your own defense there. Fourth down. And I'm proud of our defense. I thought our defense moved that line of scrimmage. Logan Crouch,
big 75.
Tyreek Nard, Jacob Floyd. Good job. Good job. Good hard running. We just didn't finish it. So
Fumble
we
again.
End up fumbling the football. And just, here comes the halfback pass again. We got everybody covered. Justin Scott runs him down for a loss. And here comes a reverse, and Tyreek Nard runs him down, chases him all the way.
He's turned into a player for you.
He doesn't understand his potential's high, and he's just now learning. Jacob Floyd, we're not going to let him run outside anymore.
Man, that Floyd family's fun to be in the bleachers with, too. They have a big time.
Jacob lost his grandfather this week.
So I didn't realize
we need to remember them. We'll make them punt. We'll run into the kicker. Then they're going to call us for a blindside block right there. And, so, anyway, long story short, we're going to get the ball, but we're going to be a lot further away from their goal line than where we were. Hit Hunter here, and this time he's got time to put his foot in the ground, and so he picks up 6 or 7 yards on a play that looked like, when you're on the other side of the ball, you're sitting there saying, if we just tackle him.
Right.
But it's tough out there in that open field. Trying to get Brody lined up right. I think we called the wrong formation in the huddle. And ends on keep it again. Good blocking on the edge. Ben picks up a first down.
Ben's a whole lot quicker than people think he is.
Yeah. Especially when his adrenaline's going. Run Devlin here, and Devlin does a good job. Picks up good yardage. That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter, and we're up 23-7, and we're driving again.
Yeah. Hey, we want to mention a couple of things. One is I've got the Legacy Creamery shirt right here, and want you folks to remember that the walk, run, and ruck, or run, walk, and ruck. That's what, next weekend?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
November the 2nd, and
Okay.
you can go to the Eli Grow Foundation website and register, or if some of you are like me and maybe can't quite work it into your schedule, you can sponsor somebody else to be a part of it.
Or if you don't know your schedule, you can show up that day
Yes.
and be part of it. And,
That is correct.
That is to
and I
help.
know that they need volunteers to help with the course and get water stations set up. And so I know that our cheerleaders and I know our football players are helping out, but anybody that'd like to help with that cause, it's a good opportunity. And while we're speaking of causes, Quarterback Club selling Boston butts for next weekend to be picked up next Saturday. They'll cook them all night long next Friday night. Check with Mark Moran, Craig Harley, some of these other longtime Quarterback Club workers and stuff.
Now, are they what, $35?
$35 a
Right.
piece.
And it's a deal because they're good.
They put a good rub on there.
That's right.
I think Terry Daniels has gotten involved with them as well.
Right.
And so anyway, it's good, and it goes to supporting the football program. And last night we qualified for the playoffs, but we'll have to be road warriors in the playoffs because we don't have just a very small chance of returning to our home field. So we'll be on the road.
That would be way down the road if things turned out.
No, it had to be a bunch of major upsets.
Right.
Major upsets. And then so
Well, that might
the
happen.
likelihood of that happening is very slim. But for every game we play, we'll have to be road warriors, and
That takes
takes
money.
a lot of money.
Yeah, it takes money to do. You get a good couple of a week's worth of meals out of that Boston butt, and if you sell enough of them, that Wildcat football team gets to eat a pretty good meal on the road.
Yeah.
How it all translates. Everybody eats good.
Everybody eats good. That's a good way to put it.
All right, folks, we'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the fourth quarter.
The wait is finally over. The all-new redesigned Ford Ranger is back at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma. Stop and test drive one today at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma on Highway 55, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
Who's eligible to join Ascend Federal Credit Union? Them, her, him, them, him, all of them. Her, and him, but not him. There's a way for you to join too. And if you live in Middle Tennessee and want to get the most out of your money, you should. Ascend Federal Credit Union. Open your account today at ascend.org.
Are your teeth dull, chipped, stained, or crooked? If so, call the dental practice of Dr. Mike Long. For a wider, brighter, more attractive smile, Dr. Long offers cosmetic dentistry at its best through whitening, bonding, and veneers. Dr. Long also uses laser technology, eliminating anesthesia and drilling. When you are ready to enhance your smile, call Dr. Mike Long, family practice dentistry for 29 years.
Daddy Billy's Deli Bar and Grill has been open at 119 Northwest Atlantic Street in Tullahoma for over 40 years, serving up good times and great food. Owner Nick Smith has made a great investment to remodel the inside, which is now a non-smoking facility, and add a great outdoor patio area with a covered stage, a fire pit, and a second bar where smoking is allowed. The food remains great at Daddy Billy's, from burgers to paninis, salads, wings, with new items being added all the time. Be part of the good times at Daddy Billy's, 119 Northwest Atlantic Street, downtown Tullahoma.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, we open up the fourth quarter here. Second down and short. And now we're going to have a third down play. And we're going to pick up the first down, but we're also going to lose the football here on the next play. So we get the first down. And here's where we lose the football.
You know, it looks like he's got it up in there pretty tight.
Yeah, looked high and tight. It may have just been a good lick by the defense that put his face mask right on the ball.
Yeah, when a helmet gets on that ball, there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
Tyreek Nard there on the stop. And there's the shuttle.
There it is, yeah.
You need to understand they hurt us for about 150 yards last year on that shuttle
that was
play.
a great defensive play right there.
That was Quentin Howard making the play. So anyway, and we're putting heat on him. He makes a good play though, and then Quentin Howard takes the ball away from number 99.
Yeah.
And does what you're supposed to do. Takes it to the official and hands it to him. And we've got the ball in great field position again. And we're going to start off running Devlin McGee. And Devlin gets about 6 yards. That offensive line, I'm just telling you, to be a bunch of sophomores and juniors, they played pretty well last night. Got after them pretty well. And give a little credit to them here.
Good job, Brody.
Good job, Brody Melton, another sophomore. And Ben's going to keep it, and this time he gets some good outside blocks and keeps on running all the way to the end zone. And then here we try to get Ben out after the long run and put Matt Marcel in to hold, because Matt could kick it or hold it, but we've got him in there as a holder. And we got these code words, and he just told me, he said, I couldn't think of it there for a second, Coach. And I said, I understand. I said, next time, just yell at everybody, we're kicking it, get over here. And I said, act like you the boss. But Matt's got great hands, and if we didn't run that fake stuff there, he would probably be our holder.
That makes it 30-7.
Jacob Dixon hits him about the time he's catching the football, so it's about as good as we can do on that type of a kick. They're going to try to throw it deep there. Trying to play some younger players right now. They throw the screen here, and good execution by them.
Good lick.
Justin Scott does deliver the lick there on the tackle. We've got Caden Tucker at linebacker and Brody Melton in there playing right now. Got Jacob Dixon back there in the back, and Owen Stroop, and Landon Fouch, and I'm going to probably leave somebody out, but got a lot of young players on the field. And that's another young one, Ethan Anderson, sophomore defensive end.
Number 15?
45.
45.
That just made that sack right there. 15 is Jacob Dixon.
That's right.
And Cameron Potuck, a junior, and Isaiah McGee, a sophomore on the tackle there. We make them punt, and thought Jacob was going to come over and get it, but it took a weird bounce, and so he just gets away from it. And so we'll take over at 23. We got to get some personnel in the game. We're missing a tackle right now, so we're going to get them all out there.
There he comes.
And they still got their first defense in there, so this is going to be a little bit of a mismatch. Bo Nunley's at running back. He tries to carry the football there and nowhere to go. Come back. Try to run Bo again, and we're not blocking it correctly. We got some young guys that are giving us effort, but they're
in the wrong direction.
blocking the wrong guy, so it's leaving us with 2 free defensive ends instead of 1.
Look at there.
Hit Brody Melton there.
Brody's got some good hands.
He's got real good hands. They call us for a lineman downfield.
How dare they?
There's 2 minutes to go in the game or whatever, but it's what they do. And so anyway, we got to punt the ball, and then, of course, Will Stone didn't think he was going to be called on. This is his first punt of the ball game. And so he's not real loose and doesn't hit the ball very well. So he ends up being the one that comes up here and downs it. That'll hurt his punting average.
Yeah, when the punter downs the punt.
But he's done well for us this year.
Oh, he has. He's kicked very well.
And Jacob Dixon on the tackle there. And I think Hunter Parks, and I'm not sure who the first one that hit him there. I thought it was Cameron Potuck again, but I'm not sure.
There's a bunch of hunters.
I was having a hard time keeping my eyes open by the time I got to this part of the video. I'd taken some cough syrup, and so
about time to take a little rest.
It's about 1:30 in the morning when I get into this section of the video. So I can't tell you that I was watching it real close by this time. I used to be able to push all the way through to about 2 or 2:30, but I can't do it anymore.
No.
So they're on try field goal here, and it's good for the second defense, second and third team defenders, to be honest with you. They stopped them, made them kick a field goal, and
it's great.
And
that's playing time. That's where they learn.
And we're going to run 2 plays here. We could have gotten in the victory formation, but this bunch had never lined up in a victory formation, so we decided, you know what, we're better off just running a couple of plays here. And I told the official on our sideline, I said, once we get it below 40 seconds, we won't snap it again. And Ryan had learned a little bit. Those 2 defensive ends were pinching pretty hard, and he decided he was going to keep it this time. And so
there we go.
Good ball game. We have qualified for the playoffs again this year, and that's an important accomplishment for our young men. And then, now we got 2 more regular season games. We go to Giles County this coming Friday, and then we'll return on November the 1st for senior night against Maplewood, and the winner of the Maplewood game will get 3rd place in our region, and the loser will get 4th place in our region.
So what that does, and you look at Giles County, although they're an out of region game, you look at who they've played and compare the scores. They have a good football team.
Yes,
but compare the scores with our scores playing with the same people. The scores are pretty.
Well, the one that
good.
really jumps out at me is they beat Marshall County last week 14-10.
Right.
We got beat 30-6 by Marshall County. So I'm telling you, they're a good team.
Yeah, they're a good football team.
And,
they've been beat, but
yeah, and the people
we
that
would
beat them
play
are
a
good
different
football.
ball game with Marshall County right now.
I would hope so, but anyway, it's a.
Just come fill the stands.
We'll have fun.
We travel well.
If you, excuse me, it's a beautiful stadium and setting there at Giles County. Good atmosphere, and then we can go. We'll go see how we can do down there against those Bobcats. We've scrimmaged them for over a decade before we started playing them. Yeah, I used to get after them all the time. Coach O'Connor, they'd go through here to go to Cookeville to play Cookeville. I said, hey, we need to get this thing anyway. It finally worked out where we had matching dates where we could play each other, and we've played each other now for the past 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, and it's a good
ball game.
It's a good ball game.
Every year it's a good ball game, and hopefully it'll continue to be that.
And then we'll come back and have Maplewood at home, and that'll make, like Coach Olive said, that'll make the difference in 3rd and 4th.
Where we travel.
And but it also means you'll be playing a 2nd place team instead of a 4th against 1st.
That's correct. And 1st place is Livingston Academy, and they're one of those teams that I think is a good football team in our part of the state.
Right.
And
we need your support.
So anyway.
And again, 200 wins. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much, and I'm very grateful to the players who actually get the wins. And
the coaches, other coaches as well, who train these young men.
Assistant coaches who absolutely work very, very hard, not only during the football season. I've had coaches work really, really hard in the off season as well to try to make themselves better coaches and to try to learn new things to bring back to teach our young men, and we've done that at a pretty good pace here for us. And it's been a good 27 years, and hopefully we'll get a few more.
Yes, sir. But with this gentleman right here, it's not just about teaching football. It's about teaching life through football. And he's done an excellent job at that, not just with his young men, but with some old men like me as well. And I'll always be appreciative for Coach Ollie for what he's brought to our community on and off of the football field. He's a friend. He's, like I said before, and a mentor, and one fine gentleman. And with that said, we'll see you in Giles County next Friday night for Wildcat football, next Saturday morning right here on Charter Channel 193, and also on our website. You can go, this will be on our YouTube page, Channel 6, the link, and on our Facebook page, Channel 6, the link, or the link Channel 6, because we have both of them, so you can watch it at any time. And with all of that said, we'll see you next time.